Guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about phlegm in the throat and little tips and tricks on how to get rid of it and how to prevent it and so on. When you have phlegm, excess mucus on the vocal cords, it's usually, you'll notice you'll feel something really gunky in your throat, especially when you're trying to sing. You'll catch yourself like constantly trying to clear the throat, and you'll start singing and you'll realize like, oh, it's like not as pretty as it usually is. Your tone is not as nice. You can't really reach those sweet little notes like you usually can. You might even have trouble reaching those high notes in head voice. Like you feel like there's a limit, there's something blocking you. Notes that are usually really simple and easy for you are just not happening. So the vocal cords do need a little bit of phlegm, but when there's an excess amount of phlegm, that's when things can start to get a little complicated. The first thing, of course, that I'm going to recommend is water. Hydrate yourself. You need to have at least 8 glasses a day of water. And when you're feeling that excess phlegm and you feel like, something isn't right, drink as much as you can. Also, diet has a lot to do with phlegm. So I remember there was a time when I didn't know these things, and I learned the hard way. Before performing, I would eat things that I shouldn't, because they would cause excessive phlegm. So one of the things I learned not to do was not to consume milk or dairy products before singing. That will cause phlegm, and it really sucks. Like when you're singing and when you're performing, it really gets in the way, and you won't be able to sing as nice as you can, and you'll notice a big loss of control there. Also, alcohol. Sometimes I would drink maybe a glass of wine or just to get rid of the nerves before, and that's a terrible idea because it's acidic. There's reasons why alcohol and wine will cause phlegm, so avoid these things before a show. Anything acidic, acidity, even chocolate. Try to go easy on the chocolate as well. Another big no-no for me is gluten. So gluten intolerance is very common these days. I'm not allergic to gluten, but I have an intolerance to gluten. Used to be worse. It's gotten a lot better, but when I eat gluten and wheat, I notice that I have trouble breathing. My sinuses get congested as well. And anything dairy. So this goes back to diet. So if you notice that you have a food intolerance, write it down. So that's another good tip. Keep a journal. If something is causing you to have congestion, to have excess mucus, note it. What did I eat before feeling this way? And this way you'll have a journal of everything that you should and shouldn't be consuming. Especially, I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not going to tell you stop eating this, stop eating that, but I'm speaking of especially before a show, or if something's making your body feel bad in general, then then I would recommend to cut it out. Deal with your allergies. So if you have allergies, that's going to irritate the throat. It's going to cause nasal dripping, and you want to try things like nasal rinses. One of them that is really recommended is the neti pot, but please inform yourself on how to do it properly. I know that it has to be distilled water, and just follow the instructions, follow whatever your doctor tells you. I know a lot of people that swear by the neti pot. My doctor told me it will prevent sinus infections if you use the neti pot. It will clear your sinuses, get rid of nasal dripping and so on, and thus getting rid of excess mucus. Very important to address the root problems of your allergies as well. This is going to be a very obvious one. Smoke. If you're a smoker, you know that that's one of the main reasons why you have phlegm and hoarseness. If you're having trouble with your vocal cords, don't abuse it. So don't try to, so if your throat is feeling irritated already, don't try to listen to your body and allow the cords to rest. Sometimes nerves can get the best of us and cause phlegm. Sometimes it could also be in our head, like think of this. You start clearing your throat and you're always going to feel the need to clear your throat. So maybe try to avoid clearing your throat. Maybe drink water instead of clearing your throat. I know I had a voice specialist that would tell me, don't clear your throat. You're going to cause irritation. So if you want to clear your throat, drink water. It's very hard, but in the end it really pays off. So maybe there's things that I left out. I know that everybody's bodies are different. We're all made differently, and we all have different reasons as to why our bodies react a certain way. I know one of the things that also caused me to have a lot of phlegm is and not just phlegm, but to have like an irritated or maybe a hoarse, more a voice that's more hoarse, is going to bed late. And I have kind of like a hoarseness right now in my throat, and that's because I went to bed extremely late. I went out last night. We gotta live too, right? So I mean, yes, we're singers. We gotta take care of our voices, but we also need to have fun and everything in moderation, and everything is a balance. So yeah, so maybe that might affect you, might not affect you, but for me, going to bed late really affects my health in general. So that's another thing to look out for. Let me know about your issues. Let me know if you have any tips for us, for me as well, and be sure to share your experiences and your tips in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to join my Facebook group. I'll link everything in the description below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Take care.